Visión comunal, en contacto con las comunidades.
Venezuela in the news. News from the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
Headlines. OPEC will determine in November the production quotas of its member countries. 88 countries rejected the text presented against Venezuela in the UN. Venezuela debuts today in the Under-17 Women's Football World Cup. The government informed that the Organization of Oil Exporting Countries will determine on November 30th the levels of extraction of each one of its members. In Vienna, the group will meet to work on the details of the historical agreement reached in Algeria, where it was decided to limit the production of the member countries, as well as to determine the scope of the agreement to make it extensive to non-OPEC oil-producing countries like Russia. The proposal is to limit production from 33.4 million barrels per day to 32.5. The OPEC will hold encounters with non-OPEC producers to decide how they will join the proposal and to determine the amount of crude oil that they are willing to reduce. The Venezuelan authorities decided to close the beaches of the northeastern coast as a measure of caution for Matthew. In the state of Vargas, central coastal region of the country, it has been forbidden for any type of boats to set sail until the climatic phenomenon ends. Also, the Lifeguard Institute of the state Nueva Esparta suspended temporarily the access to the beaches of the state of Nueva Esparta in the eastern side of the country. The National Institute of Marine Spaces forbid its ships to pass in the marine spaces of Guiria, Carúpano, Puerto Sucre, and Pampatar. Matthew will affect the northeastern coast with moderate to heavy rain, for which electric discharges and wind gusts are expected in this and other areas of the national territory. The Human Rights Council of the United Nations in Geneva condemned yesterday a statement against Venezuela promoted by the United States and presented by Paraguay in this organization. The Council condemned the document after 88 countries opposed to the text described by the Venezuelan government as rude and interfering. Only 21 countries supported the statement, Paraguay and Costa Rica as the only Latin American nations. The text in favor of the Venezuelan government was signed by the African Group, by all the members of the Arab League, by the Bolivarian Alliance for the Peoples of Our America, ALBA, and by nations such as Russia, China, India, Iran, Vietnam, Pakistan, Bangladesh, El Salvador, Haiti, and many more.
Venezuela in the news.
A spokesman of the Venezuelan government alerted that the opposition leaders intend to collapse the main roads of the country's cities as a measure to exert pressure and force presidential elections. Deputy Diosdado Cabello alerted that ultra-conservative sectors have planned starting October 12th to carry out actions that aim to block the roads. He also informed about calling the patriotic militancy. He said that the attacks are planned to be carried out in the cities of Maracaibo, Valencia, Barquisimeto, San Cristobal, and the Francisco Fajardo Highway in Caracas. Immediately, the national authorities initiated an investigation. The Venezuelan women's team will debut today in Germany in the start of the Under-17 World Cup that will take place in Jordan. Venezuela comes from standing in the 4th position, the last world edition of the category celebrated in Costa Rica. In that edition, the Venezuelans lost the semifinals to Japan, current champions, lost to Italy in penalties for the 3rd place. Venezuela shares the Group B along with Germany, Cameroon, and Canada. The Vino Tinto arrived with the label of being the South American twice champions. Today the game will be at 8 a.m. Caracas time. On Monday they will play against Cameroon.
News from the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
Headline. OPEC will determine in November the production quotas of its member countries. 88 countries rejected the text presented against Venezuela in the UN. Venezuela debuts today in the Under-17 Women's Football World Cup.
Venezuela in the news. News from the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
Visión comunal, en contacto con las comunidades.